What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Roll Talk. And here at Roll Talk, we will be diving into chapter 1043 of One Piece. And let me tell you right now, this chapter was a joy to have. And if you read the chapter, you already know where this is going. Because none other than a man, he's back. Joy Boy, he is definitely back at the end of the chapter. But before we get started talking about that, I'd like to tell you another person that has returned, and that is me. I'm rocking a new wave length haircut. I'm feeling good, guys. I got a new haircut, and it is more convenient for me to have this. So, guys, without further ado, let's start talking about this chapter 1043 of One Piece. Let's go! Chapter 1043 is titled Let's Face Death Together. And let me just tell you this right now, nobody dies in One Piece. So I don't know why Oda always keep talking about death in One Piece. Nobody really dies in One Piece. And I'm pretty sure by the end of this arc, a lot of people are probably going to come back into life. The people that is portrayed to be dead. Without further ado, we see where we picked up off last chapter in 1042 when Luffy got blindsided by the CP0 agent and Kaido hit him with his club. Just like the first time Luffy had an interaction with Kaido, that Thunder Boggle is no joke. That Thunder Boggle came down on Luffy instantly, and Luffy was in his gear fourth, and then you could start to see Luffy start to lose his energy to decompress, just like a balloon does when you let out all its air. He just starts flying all around, just like we always see Luffy do when he's out of energy and doing his gear fourth. And then we can see Momonosuke is saying right now he does not hear Luffy's voice anymore, and that is showing that Luffy is officially out of the fight. If he's not hearing, Momonosuke is not hearing his voice right now. I'm guessing it's more like observation haki to a different extent, that he can hear the voice of Luffy even though he's far away. If he can't hear that anymore, that means Luffy is out of the fight, basically. And I don't know if I just have a dark sense of humor, if it's me, but the next panel that we have Kaido, and then we have the CP0 agent. And the CP0 agent knows he has messed up. It reminds me, it looks like when you are disciplining your pet or whatever, and the pet was like, dang, it kind of messed up, let me look down, maybe I can get away with looking sad or whatever. It just gave me that same type of vibe. And then I don't know if it's just me. Comment down below if you had that same feeling too, like that was kind of funny to you, the way he was looking. But Kaido has to come along and discipline him for interfering, and despite saying, do you know what you have just done? And then he uses his club and has sent a devastating, thunderous shock through the whole Onishigima Island. The rooftop is really collapsing now after that last attack. You could tell Kaido was very enraged about how that CP0 agent interfered with his fight, just like he has this whole emotional feeling coming back towards him since the last fight he had with Odin, and now this CP0 agent is interfering with it. So that CP0 agent really got it right then. With the defeat of that CP0 agent, we do see one more CP0 agent which I was kind of shocked by, but I thought it was only two of them. Now it's seeming like it's three of them there, and the other one is seeming like it's making its big escape to get off the island since the job is completed to kill Luffy. They think they have killed Luffy. And shout out to Nami once again, not putting it down for real, because when Kaido comes back into play of the whole entire war, after he leaves the rooftop from giving Luffy a devastating blow, and also the CP0 agent, Nami's the only one to tell Kaido to himself that, hey, you're lying, Luffy is not defeated at this moment. So it shows you the depth between Nami and Luffy, and how much Nami has so much devotion to Luffy, and I really did enjoy that. And I don't know how you guys feel about what Chopper was saying, because Chopper, I know he is the kid of the a bunch, but he was like, oh, Luffy's got beaten. I think everybody on the Straw Hat crew should know better that Luffy is not going down like that. I know that we are readers and we already know Luffy is set up to be able to do more things, or he's actually going to always defeat him. But I just believe in some type of way that Straw Hat crew members should always like, Luffy's about to come back, he better whoop Kaido tail. And that's why I'm just so appreciative of Nami. Even Kaido had said that too. He was like, hey, there's somebody else with a little bit of spunk left. I'm not sure at this point too. I seen a little panel that between Law and Kid that was on the ground, and they said Luffy's voice has vanished. And that made me think too, because Momonosuke has been the only person that said, hey, Luffy's voice, I can hear Luffy's voice. Luffy said he's not finished. So now I'm really starting to wonder, like, what is going on? Is that an observation, like haki, that Momonosuke has, like I said previously? Or is that more of like just the will of D to be able to hear somebody else? Because I don't know if it's Law, because Law is a D, and I'm guessing Momonosuke is probably a D since they are kind of tied together in some type of fashion. But I'm just wondering about that. And the other thing I'm wondering about too, it just maybe it is the power of Luffy, because I'm pretty sure towards the end I'm gonna probably talk about that again. But Luffy has, I believe, more development powers in the near future, so I'll just save that part for the end. And after Nami made her a big scene and telling Kaido, Luffy cannot be dead, you lying and everything, Kaido sends a dragon breath to Nami, but have no fear, Marco is here once again. Marco has been just in and out of the game. He's just like a 6-man rotation. Whenever you need a quick bucket, Marco is there to give that. I wish Marco was kind of a starter and do this whole war, but you know, like Marco said, it is time for a new era to come in. So that is why he's been playing that 6-man rotation. He's like that veteran in the game that just comes in, does his minutes, and just get out the game to let the younger kids, you know, play the longer minutes and everything. But when you need something to crush down, here I come, I'm showing up. But just like Marco, he shows up, I'm blocking up the Dragon Breath. It looks like Marco probably would be able to manage some time for everybody else to escape, or buy some time for other people to come into the fight, because he is a first commander and he will be able to manage that a little bit. So that's a good thing that we have Marco here. But Kaido is trying to end this thing. He's telling all his foot soldiers, all his fodder people, or all his pawns, bring me Momonosuke. Once I have Momonosuke surrender, the war is over. Everybody will be completely devastated about this, and nobody will be able to fight anymore. And at this time, the foot soldiers that is still supporting Kaido at this moment, looks like they are getting a second wind right now, and it looks like they're gearing up to go find Momonosuke. But I really do not believe they're gonna find Momonosuke at all, because Momonosuke is a dragon. He's flying outside the building and he's pulling a tower, so pretty sure they're not going to be able to jump out there and bring him back in. No way in heck is that's going to happen, and I'm not even sure if they really realize Momonosuke is that dragon yet, so they don't have to worry about Momonosuke. Momonosuke also has some resolve to himself since Yamato just talked to him, and it was Yamato could have probably even been the MVP of the chapter, just because her overall leadership that she is showing to Momonosuke, and throughout her words that she helped Momonosuke overcome right now. Because right now, since Yamato has spoken to Momonosuke, it seems like Momonosuke grew a little bit in that moment. Momonosuke was willing to surrender because he didn't want more bodies to pile up on Kaido's side, and Kaido is back into play, and he's taking care of some of the people that helped Momonosuke so far. And Momonosuke did not want to have that more bodies piled up on him, which was a way of a good leader. But Yamato is there, and she's trying to tell Momonosuke that attitude that you were having right there, that is exactly what the daimyos from 20 years ago did. And what has that gotten them currently? People are still in poverty, that people still don't have food to eat, people are still dying, people are still slaves. thanks to Kaido, and you are trying to do the exact same thing. Instead of your life going to waste, how about just let's face death together and let's put up a last good fight, because if we don't put up a fight, the chances are you will still be in a bad predicament. Your people still would be in a bad predicament. But if we do try to put up some type of fight, we might have some possible chance of a better day and a new dawn. I believe that was very impactful from Momonosuke, because you could see on the next panel after that talk between Yamato and Momonosuke had the eye of the dragon in him at that moment, or the eye of the tiger, whatever you want to call it. But he had that resolved look about himself, like, you're right, like either we fight or we surrender. And we surrender, we don't have no chance. But if we fight, we might have a little chance. Even if it is just 1% chance, we have to take that. But after that great speech and all, but that's not what everybody in the chapter was looking for. Everybody in the chapter was looking for that 2 pages, 143 of One Piece, and that's because Zunisha had to interrupt Yamato and Momonosuke big talk about their freedom and their liberation. And that's because Zunisha says, I hear the drums of liberation right now, Momonosuke. It's like, I haven't heard this sound for 800 years ago, but I know for sure that that is Joy Boy. And then we see a panel of Luffy. Luffy is not dead, y'all. Everybody thought Luffy was done and out the fight. I mean, everybody in the story, not us as a community. Everybody in the story thought Luffy was out and done in the fight, except for Nami. Shout out to Nami once again. But we see Luffy on the ground smiling. And that is a call from the Will of D, how Will of D people smile. And they're foreshadowing Luffy is Joy Boy. And not only is that going on, that some type of way that Luffy is making his body sound like drums of the liberation, but also at the same time we see Luffy's body is starting to like melt away into this awakening state. So guys, it's definitely official that Luffy is a reincarnation of Joy Boy. Just in case that you don't know, Boy is a prophecy that has been reincarnated now into Luffy, but Joy Boy existed 800 years ago, hence what Zunisha was just talking about. And Joy Boy had predicted he's going to come back and give everybody their freedom. And he even stated that in Fisherman Island that he was going to have the fishermen people come back and so they can live in the sea. And that is none other than Luffy is going to be able to do that now. So as Luffy is a big prophecy person that has came into fruition now. And I'm sorry, but this chapter has me so hyped that I might have to ramble on for a little bit right here, but I'm gonna try to have all the contents together. But first, one thing is the fact that Luffy is now Joy Boy. This is something that everybody in the community kind of predicted, just because how Luffy has been foreshadowed and previously and before, how he wanted to help people, and in every place that Luffy goes, he always wanted to give freedom to people, and how he didn't like when the whatever island they were on, and he saw that these people that had power over them, and how they didn't have freedom or be able to choose a certain path, that Luffy came into gave them their freedom. Back, it goes all the way back into Alabasta, how Alabasta people didn't really have food to or rain to have, and then Luffy shows up and give the people with the rain. So Luffy has always foreshadowed this, and that's one thing that how Luffy is definitely Joy Boy. Second thing is what would Joy Boy actually do? What is Joy Boy's power? Do Joy Boy actually has anything, or is that Joy Boy is just a person that will fight for freedom? But if it's not, I believe it is all due to Joy Boy's devil fruit. Joy Boy, you have to have a certain devil fruit to become Joy Boy, and that is because, like I said in my last chapter review, that once you have the Gum Gum No, yes, you will have rubber qualities and be able to bend, but that is the power. Bending is the power. Bending your body into will, your whatever will you want it to be. So if Luffy wants to bend his body into rubber to, bounce off bullets, he will be able to do that. But also, if you develop that power enough into awakening mode, you have many more possibilities. You're able to bend everything, really. And some people might just, have a small window of, okay, they would be able to bend everything, meaning like walls or islands or something like that. But no, I believe it goes even further than that. I believe you are able to bend people's will. I believe that is what the world government would be really scary of, because they were saying that devil fruit like a couple chapters ago, they didn't believe it really exists, and we tried to annul that name from the history of the world. And I believe that's what they really scared of, the bending of wills. How Luffy will be able to bend people's will and to make them fight for freedom from now on. Luffy is going to just be an overall powerhouse now since he has this awakening mode. Look out Kaido right now, because Kaido is about to get some serious work in the near future. Luffy is about to show Kaido why he is called the fifth Yonko. And I believe whenever we see Luffy make his move, I believe Luffy will basically some type of way just like melt his body into the ground, and next thing you know, he's popping up right before like Kaido is about to attack Marco and send like him an uppercut, like using like the whole like ground, like Flamingo made the whole world into a thread. I believe Luffy's gonna do that, but just have some type of rubber qualities and be able to just like block something right then and there. And then we're gonna see this epic panels and epic pages of Luffy just giving Kaido the bit. But sorry guys, we do probably have to wait for that at least 14 days, because that's the next time for the next chapter. I know everybody is a little bit upset about that, but you got to give Oda his break. If you want One Piece to be finished, that man needs to rest. So Oda, take your time, get rested, and get even healthier, dog, because we need to see more of what will actually happen. I would give the chapter a 10 out of 10, flat out 10 out of 10, just because Joy Boy is officially back into the picture, and Joy Boy is back, and this is something that fans have been waiting for a long period of time, that it actually has been confirmed that Luffy is Joy Boy. I know a lot of people were starting to think Momonosuke a Joy Boy, since he could talk to Nisha, or he's an ancestor of Odin, but now it's definitely official that we know who is Joy Boy. We still gotta learn about exactly what's going on between Zunisha and Momonosuke and what's that all about. But and the last thing too, the drums of liberation, is that something that everybody can hear, or is that only something that Zunisha can hear at the moment? Because once again, I believe that's some type of power of Luffy. He probably will be able to bend people's wills, and that's because of his drum or his heart beating in a certain type of way that makes people gain their will back, kind of like Bello Betty, in a certain type of way that would just increase their overall resolve to themselves. But guys, I'm just really super hyped. I know I'm rambling, but I'm just so hyped about this chapter. It's just so much information in the chapter. I maybe come back and do another chapter review or another breakdown of the chapter. But if you did make it this far, please like and subscribe to the channel so you always will be in the loop. And guys, it was fun once again and doing this review for you guys. And I give this review a 10 out of 10. And I hope you guys did enjoy this review. Until next time, see you guys. Peace.